We're back, baby.
No. Well, hello camera 1 and hello camera 2. We're back. 2 years later.
Yeah.
So, it has been 2 whole years since we uploaded our top songs of 2017 list to this channel. For no particular reason, we just thought it would be a fun thing to do.
Yep.
And then we made one for 2018.
And then we just didn't.
It's all recorded. I just forgot to edit it. So it's just been chilling on my computer for a whole year. But the time is now. It is January 21st, 2020. And we are ready to talk about...
So what better time to talk about 2019?
Yes, we're going to talk about the 50, or at least our 50 favorite songs of 2019 that released during that year. So how this is going to work if you didn't watch the last one, essentially we're going to power through, we all each made our own list of 50 songs, 50 being the worst of the 50, and then number 1 of course being our favorite song that was released that year. We're going to go through back to back to back, talking about each list going from 50 down to 1 until we eventually get through them all. Similar to last time, we have, I believe, I want to say like around 18 duplicate songs. So when we get to that one, we will skip those until we get to the highest ranking song in the list.
Yes, we will.
And also, we are going to, since 50 is quite a big number, and we also have 10 honorable mentions each, we're going to rapid fire through a bunch of them at the start, particularly some of the higher ranking ones. The honorable mentions, we're not even going to talk about at all. We're just going to say the names.
Yeah.
And then some of the higher up songs we're going to maybe give like a sentence or two about, and then obviously once we get farther down the list, we will go into more detail about why we like certain songs.
Yeah, because we just don't want to keep you here for 2 hours.
Exactly.
You got things to do.
This is going to be edited a bit differently. Also, it's going to be more like a podcast instead of like a heavily edited show with a bunch of cuts.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess without further ado.
But we're high budget now. We have a studio.
We
with
do.
2 cameras.
That's why I forgot to mention we're high budget. We got a studio now. So, I guess without further ado, unless we have anything else that I am completely forgot to mention.
Ready to talk about Lil Uzi. It's going to be a while before I talk about Lil Uzi. He's all at the top of my list.
Let's get into at least the honorable mentions. So we're going to just go power through them back to back. We don't even have to go back to back, actually. Let's just go through all 10 at
honorable
once.
mentions. What do you got, Frizzy?
Okay. So my 10 honorable mentions of the list, these are 10 songs that I quite very much enjoy. I just don't think they are quite good enough to be in contention for the 50 best songs of the list. No particular order. My first honorable mention would be 1,000 Bad Times by Post Malone off of his new album Hollywood's Bleeding. My number 2 honorable mention is Your Mom Ate a Yu-Gi-Oh card Once from my boys Peso Pete, Token Black, and Shofu. Yep. Number 3 is going to be Hit the Back by King Princess. Number 4, Shot of Flow with NLE Choppa and Blueface Baby.
Blueface.
And number 5 is going to be Ransom with Lil Tecca. Number 6, Lizzo's Juice. Number 7 is Hot Girl Bummer by Black Bear. 8 is going to be Ballin, that Mustard song with Roddy Ricch on it. Number 9 is some more Blueface Baby with Stop Cappin'. How can I slip if I'm the one doing the mopping?
You did a whole Instagram picture just for that song.
I did.
And it's not even in your top 50.
I did. It was for a while. And then finally, my 10th honorable mention slot goes to the meme that died out so quickly. You Was at the Club, Bottoms Up by the Boy West Coast. What a fantastic song.
Rest in peace to that meme. Dead before it even started.
Yes.
All right.
What do you got?
10 honorable mentions. Rolling through them quickly. 1, Cynthia by Caleb Carnell. Caleb Carnell does really good stuff. Check him out. 2, Beach by Kevin Abstract. 3, Mulan by Michael Sneed. 4, Lane Switch, Lil TJ. 5, Maria, 03 Greedo, Free Greedo. 6, Win by Cute Fool and Kenny Beats.
Whoa, Kenny.
Kenny Beats also on Maria, actually. 7, Giannis, Freddie Gibbs and Anderson .Paak. 8, Boss by Little Sims. 9, Crit Here by Big Crit. And 10, Miami Too Much by Key.
Sweet. All right. So now that the honorable mentions are out of the way, let's get into our actual list. Again, we're starting at 50, so these are the least favorite of our favorite songs. Not to say that they're bad by any means. All of the songs on each of our lists we consider very good.
Yes.
I did forget to mention, I don't know if I'll cut this in the beginning or just leave it, let it roll. If you guys want to listen to any of these songs, I've included a Spotify playlist in the description. They are in order in how we talk about them. So you can just find the one that you want to listen to if you're interested in that. or just hit shuffle and see what you come up with. But we would recommend all of these songs. So,
Yes, all great songs.
you'll probably find something for yourself if you are interested in.
Between the
these
two of
genres.
us, we have a pretty broad range of songs on this list.
Yes. Let's start with a list. I'm gonna have Matt go first, actually, because it'll save us some time later down on the list.
Yep, let's do it. Okay, so my number 50 is Come Home by Anderson .Paak and Andre 3000. I mentioned Anderson .Paak on my honorable mentions. Come Home is off of Anderson .Paak's album Ventura. Give it a listen. Come Home has an Andre 3K feature. Phenomenal. Love it.
So my number 50 is a up-and-coming rapper. Gotten a little bit of buzz recently coming
He's
out
hot
of
right
Detroit. That is TJX6's Dark Web. I have never once heard a rapper rap about credit card fraud before, and
but boy does TJX6.
But boy does he do that. It's gotten to the point where I cannot tell what is serious and what is joking.
Honestly, it's probably better we don't know for legal reasons.
Regardless of how you take his story, he's a very hilarious dude, even though he is committing tons of credit card fraud.
Yes.
But I would give him a listen. He's definitely going to pop, if he has not already, very soon.
Yeah. My number 49, IGOR'S Theme by Tyler, the Creator. I will talk plenty about Tyler, the Creator's album in this list, but just the intro track right here, absolutely phenomenal album, and a great intro to that album. And first mention of Lil Uzi of the video.
Is he on this song?
Yeah, he does the vocals.
Oh, yes, he does. I forgot about that.
Yep.
Okay, sweet. So my number 49 on the list will be off of a very early song released in 2019's life cycle that has survived the whole year being on my list, off of Comethazine's BAWSKEE 2, the hard, aggressive SoundCloud era tape, HIPPOPOTAMUS, where it is very catchy. There are some very clever liners on there, and it's overall just a very fun song.
Yeah. Can't disagree.
And the production, of course, being a Comethazine song, is obviously very hard and aggressive, as it should be.
Yes. All right, my number 48 song is You Should See Me in a Crown by Billie Eilish. I think this is actually my favorite song off of her album. You Should See Me in a Crown. The instrumentals on this are great. I absolutely love it. Literally broke his speaker.
It did. It broke my record player. Actually, no, that was Zanny.
Oh. Okay.
But it was for the same reason.
Yes.
It was the bass kick in the hook.
Yes. Either way, Billie Eilish, great song. You Should See Me in a Crown.
All right, sweet. Number 48. Matt's not going to like this one at all. But
no, I don't.
One of my favorite albums released this year, and this is of the opinion of many of my friends, except for him, AGR's Neo Theater ended on a very, very high note with the song Finale. I would give this, especially if you're coming from the Fusion Fall crowd, I would give this song a listen specifically because I have never had a song that I've listened to vocally represent the feelings of working on a game such as Fusion Fall, or anything, or any creative project before.
My number 47 song is Take It Back by Blood Orange. Features, actually from Joba from Brockhampton.
I didn't know that.
Blood Orange's album is really, really good all the way through. This is one of my favorite songs on that album. There's highlights all the way up and down that album, though. This is a great song and absolutely an album worth checking out.
All right. My number 47 is my favorite song off of the Kevin Abstract solo project this year, Arizona Baby. It is Baby Boy. The reason why I like this song very much is because it uses a hook from a Brockhampton song that never officially made it onto our streaming services.
That's a great question, Brendan. What are you saying?
Thank you. It uses the hook from Let's Get Married, which was an old Brockhampton snippet.
Yes.
Was it a snippet or was it a demo?
Oh, I don't remember now.
It's from one of the old Brockhampton songs that never made it onto an official album. It uses the hook from it, and it is very, very good. It has some light, airy vocals and a very pleasant-sounding instrumental, and it's just a very beautiful song.
All right, my number 46 is a song that we will see higher up on Brendan's list for sure.
Yes, it
Wells
is.
Fargo by Dreamville.
Yes, so
Great
since
song.
this is a duplicate song, we will not talk about it now, and we will wait until it is farther up on my list since I have it higher.
Yes. So what is your 46?
My 46 is a song that I cannot say the full title of on this family-friendly broadcast.
Yes.
Even though we are talking about explicit music,
We
don't ignore that.
we love We love having a
But
family-friendly audience.
the
here.
queen of sad bops that isn't named Lord, Lana Del Rey, has dropped a very good album, and the title album, or the title song on the album, Norman Frickin' Rockwell, is so good. Very, very powerful lines. The hook is beautiful, and of course it has some very, very nice piano going throughout the track that makes it sound very, very good. I would check that out if you have not.
My number 45, first of many mentions of Baby Keem on my list, France Freestyle by Baby Keem. Love Baby Keem's album this year. Give Baby Keem the credit he deserves. The dude is really good.
He is. I will say that.
Yes.
I did not think that enough to put any of his songs on my list, but
I'm aware.
he is a very good rapper. My number 45 is the song that just decided that all men everywhere are obsolete.
Yeah, we died after the song came out. This is From the Afterlife.
And this is, of course, talking about the hard-hitting "Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored" by Ariana Grande off of her very good album that came out early in 2019. Everything about the song is fantastic. The beat is great. Her vocals are great. And obviously, this has been a long-standing party bop for a very long time.
There was a while this summer where you could not go without hearing this song everywhere you went.
For great reason.
Yes. All right. My number 44 is a song that popped off a little bit. Pop Out by Polo G and Lil TJ.
It did. That was also a pretty big hit.
Polo G has a really good album. This is my favorite song on that album. Biggest hit from that album. Features Lil TJ, who I mentioned on my honorable mentions. Great song.
Yeah. All right, we're getting to the TikTok songs now, if we had not already.
I'm sure we've passed one already.
I'm sure we have, but this is the TikTok song. So, the biggest TikTok dance I think of the year by far, and I know I'm a adult man talking about TikTok dances, but
yes, you are.
Say So's TikTok dance is quite good. Doja Cat, Say So is my number 44 song. Not just because of the dance, because the song is actually very good outside of it, but I can still hit it. I'm not going to do it for you right now. Do not ask me
Absolute
to.
coward.
Thank you.
All right. My number 43 is Crime Pays by Freddie Gibbs. I mentioned one other of his songs. I think I just had a stroke on camera. I mentioned one other of his songs in the honorable mentions. This is my favorite one off the album. Crime Pays has such a sticky hook. It's so good.
Okay. Now we are... my number 43 is another song name that I cannot say.
No.
Not that I cannot say. I choose not to say it because I don't want it to be clipped and used against me. It is...
We keep it G-rated.
It is off of Rico Nasty's album Anger Management featuring EARTHGANG and Kenny Beats. I'm putting the title on the screen right now, but I'm not going to say it. It's a fantastic song. It is very catchy. A hook from Rico, very aggressive beat, and also EARTHGANG kind of kills it.
We are Rico Nasty supporters here.
Rico Nasty's great.
All right. My number 42. Did you mention this already?
No.
You did.
It's
It was in your honorable mentions.
On my honorable
So,
mentions.
Ballin' by Roddy Ricch. DJ Master Production. This is a great song. Roddy Ricch is really, really good.
Yeah.
That dude is going to be very big for a while.
Yes. That boy has the voice for
He
it.
did.
Absolutely. My number 42 is definitely in contention for one of the best beats of the year.
Yes.
No questions asked. It is Hot by Young Thug and Gunna.
And we will see it again on my list.
Yes, we will.
So, my number 41 is a song that is actually almost right next on your list. St. Percy by Brockhampton.
Yes.
We're going to talk about it in
like one
half a
spot.
second.
I messed up the order on that, but yeah, we should be talking about it. Let's just talk about St. Percy. No. So my number 41
Yes.
is a pretty big highlight of the year. I don't think you could say that nobody has had a bigger year this year than DaBaby, right?
Yeah, other than maybe Roddy Ricch.
It has been his year.
DaBaby
He's
has
been
absolutely blown up.
Everywhere. And my number 41 song is one of the songs that proved to everybody that he was here to stay for a while, and that is the intro off of Kirk. Say what you want about Kirk as an album, you cannot say that the intro was not fantastic. It showed his ability to be very lyrical. It showed his ability to tell a story, which was lacking from a lot of his previous songs that he got a lot of criticism for. And it also proved that he knew how to switch up his flow, which was another thing that he got a lot of criticism for. So this being his kind of breakout single after he blew up really showed his longevity as an artist, and not to mention, it is very, very good.
Let's talk more about DaBaby. My number 40 is Cash by we're G-rated. It's Cash Stuff by Megan Thee Stallion and DaBaby. Megan Thee Stallion, another rapper who had an absolutely phenomenal year this year. The song is so good. More TikTok, I think.
Yeah, but it was big before TikTok.
Yes. And the DaBaby feature on this is great. We're keeping it G-rated. Remember to censor that. but
I will
yeah.
forget.
Yeah, no, great song. Now let's talk about St. Percy.
Now we can talk about St. Percy because you moved it down on me, and I was planning on us having it talk about at the same time.
Yeah.
St. Percy is the first of many Brockhampton songs you'll hear us talk about today on their new album Ginger. It is probably the most similar song to a Saturation era Brockhampton song on that album, I would say.
That sounds about right.
It has a very, very basic but still really hard beat.
The beat on this caught me so off guard listening through the album the first time.
Because it is so unlike everything else on that album, but it still fits.
I think it's like track 5 on the album. You hear like all these like light airy
It's
beats
after
to start the
it's
album.
after Slow Tie's song.
Yeah, and all of a sudden it's just this hard 808.
Mm-hmm. And of course, great verses all around. I really, really like Kevin's, who starts it off, and also Bareface.
Bareface showed out on Ginger. We'll talk about it more later, but
Of course.
Bareface is great.
But St. Percy is definitely a highlight off of one of both of our favorite albums of the year, being
Yes.
Ginger.
All right, let's talk more about Lil Uzi. Number 39 is Slayer by Lil Uzi. This one did not pop off like the rest of the Uzi songs on my list, but it's on Spotify. Go listen to it. It's great.
Yep. So number 39, one of just some personal bias. I at least used to be a very big Camila Cabello fan, and so obviously I gave her new album a listen. It was good. I liked it, but no song on there stood out much like My Oh My, which for good reason it did become a TikTok song.
Of course.
It is I am a sucker for instrumentals that are just a bunch of bass, and that is what this song provides. It is pretty much exclusively bass. A very nicely sung hook by Camilla, and then also DaBaby shows up just like how he shows up everywhere and
Yes.
pops up with a pretty standard verse from him as well. But overall, I don't know, it sounds very, very good, and it's definitely a highlight off of at least her album.
Yeah. My number 38 is another song from Kevin Abstract's solo album this year, Georgia. Georgia is a great song. I absolutely love it. Kevin Abstract's solo album did not get a lot of love as an album, but there's some really good songs on the album. It's absolutely worth a listen if you like his music or Brockhampton's music.
I already talked about Baby Boy, and also Peach was on your honorable mentions.
Yes, it
All
was.
of those fantastic choices to listen to. Now let's get a bit sad, a little bit, at least for mine.
Yeah.
Clairo popped off this year as well. I mean, she was already pretty popular, but
She did,
I think
but
she
her
popped off pretty
new
hard
album
with
this
her
year.
new album, Immunity. This is my favorite song off of the album, a very catchy hook off of Softly. It's a very lo-fi kind of chill track about love. It's a very beautiful song if you have not listened to it.
So my number 37 is not that at all.
No, it is not.
Lifestyle by Cash and Young Skirt. This is there's one other song from this duo on my list. It is way higher up, but y'all gotta go listen to Cash. He had one song that popped off a while ago called I'm Depressed. Same guy on this song, and Lifestyle is great. And as is the other song that is higher up on my list that I'm not gonna spoil.
Can we get sad again?
Yeah, we can get sad again.
Even though my number 37 song is called Happiness, it is anything but. This is a song on the Fall of Hobo Johnson, which is one of my favorite albums, not only of the year but ever. And it is a wild, wild ride. Looking back at the mistakes of just a broken human, or one particular mistake in general, it is a very, very good song. The instrumental in the background is very light, very airy, and his raspy vocals really, really, really kind of ties it all together as like just a super depressed tune, and it's so good.
get ready for some more Hobo Johnson on his list.
Oh yeah, you'll see plenty more. Plenty more.
But my number 36, again, very different theme. Bossy Bop by Stormzy. Stormzy, if you do not listen to a lot of UK rap, you should. Stormzy is great. Bossy Bop was a phenomenal single this year.
I will vouch. I only didn't include it on my list because it was already on his.
Yep. Great song.
All right. So next on my list, Shawn Mendes is back.
He is.
In 2019, had a deluxe release of his album. I don't remember if this song actually was on it or not. I can't remember. But he's still around, and he's still providing some very quality bops.
This is a great song.
If I Can't Have You being the one that I decided to put on my list, this is just all around an upbeat classic. You will be dancing to this nonstop if you listen to it. And I think it falls in line with a lot of other Sean's biggest hits.
My number 35
I can't read.
A song that we're actually going to talk about later. It's My Dog Birthday by T-Pain. This is a great song.
It's so fun, but we will talk about it later because I have it higher up. Next, Matt talked about You Should See Me in a Crown. I got some more Billie Eilish for you. My number 35, my number 35 song is one of the more down-tempo songs off of When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go? It is Wish You Were Gay, which is a very, very heart-wrenching song about love, loss, mostly loss, that Billie Eilish has experienced, and it's really, really good. She has some great vocals on this track.
All right. Less depressing.
Yes.
Sucker by the Jonas Brothers is a great song.
Jonas Brothers are back!
Yeah, the Jonas Brothers are back.
2019 was their year. Who would have thought?
Sucker is so good. If y'all somehow managed to not hear that song, you should go listen to it because it's great.
Like when we say the Jonas Brothers are back, they are back.
They're back.
Which is nuts. Okay, number 34. We're going to talk about this much later because it is a Lil Uzi Vert song.
Yes, which means it is much higher.
Which means it's much higher on Matt's list, but just to mention it is Sanguine Paradise. So we'll look forward to talking about that later.
Is this one higher on your list?
Yes.
Yeah. Another one that we're going to talk about later, NASA by Ariana Grande. Great song.
Also
we'll
higher on my list. So my number 33 song is also a song that we'll get to later.
Yes.
3 in a row. It is 100 Gex's Ringtone. So we'll talk about Gex in general a lot later on.
Love 100 Gex. But my number 32 song is another entry from T-Pain in 2019.
T-Pain's back.
If y'all were down with T-Pain...
Did he ever leave?
No. Stop Disrespecting T-Pain. Get Your Roll On by T-Pain is a great song. And, like, It's My Dog Birthday, like, we'll talk about it later. Funny song. Get Your Roll On is just a good song. It's so good.
So, for my number 32 song, also on a fantastic album that released this year, Carly Rae Jepsen's Dedicated. This is on the latter half of the track list. This is one of the slower songs again on the track list as well. But Carly Rae Jepsen's Real Love hits my 32 spot. And again, just the vocals on this is fantastic. She did a great job.
All right, my number 31, let's get sad, baby. Dearly Departed by Brockhampton.
Oh, yeah.
This is... so listening through Ginger, Dearly Departed is about at the halfway point, and you can give the album like a good listen up until this point, and it just stops you in your tracks. Like, if I just ever have like just a bunch of my music on shuffle and this is in the playlist, this one just stops you wherever you are. It's crazy. The 3 verses on this from Kevin, Dom, and Matt are each absolutely phenomenal in their own right. It's great.
And the ending also fantastic.
Yes.
Of him leaving the booth.
Yes.
Physically, like, you can hear the door slam and the headphones getting thrown out. It's crazy.
Yes.
Okay, so my 31 is not depressing.
No.
But it is again off of The Fall of Hobo Johnson. You'll see a couple more songs from that because it is such a good album and I just wanted to talk about all of them. This is the upbeat and fun Subaru Crosstrek XV, a whole song about how he really wants to afford a car like a Bentley or a Ferrari, but it's not that popular that he can't. So he has to settle with the Subaru Crosstrek, which there's nothing wrong with the Subaru Crosstrek. It is a very nice car. We are not sponsored by Subaru. I actually don't know anything about that car.
No, I drive a Pontiac.
I drive a Ford. I don't know if I drive a Jeep. What am I saying?
Come on, Brent. All right, let's talk about my number 30, who, again, we're going to see a lot of him later on this list. Jack Harlow. Through the Night by Jack Harlow is so good.
Is that the one with Bryson Tiller?
Yes.
Ah, yes.
Through the Night is absolutely great. It's so quick and catchy and absolutely great. Jack Harlow is, if he doesn't blow up, I'm gonna look real stupid because Jack Harlow's so good.
He has talent, I will say. He has talent. I would put a song of his on my list, but I just don't have room.
And they're all on mine.
Because what I had room for was my number 30, which is Denzel Curry.
This is a good song.
Hits You With Ricky. This was a big ol' hit when it came out. It still is a big ol' hit now. It is a great, great song. It's upbeat, it's fun, it's aggressive, it's hard. There's really not very much to dislike about this track. It is just an all-around super solid song.
Yes. So let's then move on to my number 29, which we will talk about
We'll
later.
talk about much later on my list. This song is fantastic.
Yeah, Stupid Horse by 100 Gex.
Ska is back.
We'll talk about it later.
Who
It's
would have
great.
guessed? All right. Okay, so my number 29 is, I think, unquestionably, undebatably, one of the biggest songs that released this year,
Yes.
with a couple of exceptions that I think I also have on my list higher up.
Probably.
But this is SUGE by DaBaby. This is the song that catapulted DaBaby from a rapper that, people who, paid attention to the hip-hop scene knew a little bit about. But this song catapulted him into the mainstream, and he has never looked back.
Yeah, this went from has buzz to has already popped off.
This song, I think, because we've talked about a couple of other songs on this list that are popped off, that did pop off and were like super popular when they came out. I don't think we can say
None of
I
them
don't
as hard
think
as Suge.
I don't think saying this song popped off is doing justice to what SUGE did.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows SUGE. Even if you don't, you do.
And if you don't listen to the actual song. Go on YouTube and listen for the version that adds an extra yeah every time he says yeah. That version's great. You're not gonna get tired of it. Listen all the way through.
But yes,
Cowards.
SUGE is just like every song on that album, which is Baby on Baby, it's just so fun. It's such a fun musical piece to listen to.
Yeah,
You
great
will be
song.
jamming the whole time.
Yes. All right, and my number 28, we're going to talk about I've Been Born Again by Brockhampton. This is off of Ginger. This is a great song. Has Bareface's Whisper intro.
This was
Bareface goes nuts on Ginger.
Yeah, this was the opening single to the album, right? This was our first.
I think If You Pray Right was...
No, this was the first one.
Never mind, this was
The first. I was saying that as a hypothetical question because I knew the answer.
Okay.
This was the first single that we got a glimpse of Ginger, and it was, I would say, to mixed reception. I don't think
Yes.
very many people liked it. However, in context of the album, I think it's much better.
Yeah. This was one where hearing it the first time without the rest of the album...
It's weird, because it's not like anything they've done before.
Yeah, the Brockhampton got weird on Ginger, and if you know me at all, you know that I love music that will get weird, and I've Been Born Again does it, and it's great. Check it out.
Yes. Okay, are you ready to talk about a song together? Because I did this on purpose. We put our number, so my number 28 and Matt's number 27 are the same song. I did this on purpose so we could just talk about it together and save a little bit of time. It is our boy, Mason Ramsey's Twang.
Our king.
Our king. What a fantastic young man this is. How old is he? What, 14, 13?
Honestly, probably not even.
He's a very young child.
Yes.
He is if you do not know, he's the yodeling Walmart kid.
Yeah.
He has a real music career now, and he makes like good country music.
Yeah.
I never thought that I would say that about country music in my life.
Twang is so good.
Twang is fantastic.
We paid actual real dollars to go see him in concert.
It was not that much dollars.
It was not.
It was
but
like
it was,
$10 to $15.
I could have bought a burrito with that money, and I didn't. I went to Mason Ramsey.
We went to go see Mason Ramsey in concert here on Halloween.
Yes.
And we got stage dove.
Yeah.
By not him. He did not stage dive. Just a guy. A random guy.
And we dressed up like cowboys, and it was a great time.
We did. It was on Halloween, so we dressed up like cowboys. And he is just so wholesome and cute.
Yeah.
I've never seen a child that small.
He was dressed up as Elvis on stage. It was
so
adorable.
adorable. That is Twang by Mason Ramsey. I know we're talking about just about him, but like actually the song like legitimately is good.
Oh, the song's so good.
If you're one of those people like me who say I listen to anything but country, I also say I listen to anything but country, but Mason Ramsey is different.
Yes.
He is actually good.
Yes.
And it's got a melody's got everything.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So what? Is it my turn now, technically?
It is now your turn to talk about your number 27.
Okay, so my number 27, honestly, probably could have moved down a little bit just because of I think how hard this guy fell off after
Yeah,
he popped off. Which not to say any disrespect to him, he's still a fantastic rapper. But this is off of YBN Corday's debut album, which is The Lost Boy. This was one of the opening singles. Have Mercy. I think this is by far the best song that is on that album. It's really, really good. I love the parallels he draws in the lyrics. I love the kind of shrill instrumental. The only thing is, after he dropped this album, he kind of disappeared.
I got really tired of YBN Corday, I'm not gonna lie. But
I still think it's a solid listen, regardless. This song specifically.
Yes.
All right, what do you got?
Who's ready for more TikTok songs? Baby Keem, Orange Soda actually kind of popped off on TikTok for some reason.
Yes, it did.
Orange Soda is a great song. Another one off of his album that is absolutely great. I'm gonna keep saying it. Listen to Baby Keem.
Yeah. I think this actually might be the last time we talk about DaBaby, unless you have him higher up.
I do have him.
Oh, then you do have him higher up. Do you have Babysitter on your list? I don't
No,
know.
Babysitter is all you.
Okay, so my number I just spoiled it, but my number 25, no, my number 26 is DaBaby's Babysitter, off of Baby on Baby featuring Offset. I believe this is his best song. One, because of how rapid fire he goes in the hook. The hook is fantastic. When I heard it the first time, I was genuinely I had genuine excitement when listening to the hook because it was so good. And he merges his words together in the perfect way. And I mean, Offset's on every song nowadays.
Yeah.
The guy just shows up to get paid, and you can tell that he did the same for this one, but it's actually bearable. I really, I have no qualms with the Offset feature, and just like everything else on Baby, this song is just pure fun.
Yeah. So let's talk about more fun. My number 25 is Mannequin Challenge by Young Thug and Juice WRLD. Is this higher up on yours, or is...
No, I replaced it with Hot.
Understandable. So, Mannequin Challenge is a great song.
Rest in peace to Juice WRLD, by the way.
Yeah. Young Thug and Juice WRLD. Juice WRLD is great on this song. Young Thug is great on this song.
Young Thug is the only person who can come out with a song in current year called Mannequin Challenge and have it be good.
It's so good.
All right.
Oh, God. Let's talk about your 25.
My number 25. My Kings. My Short Kings.
You're not even allowed to listen to this song. You're 6'2".
That's what I say. I am 6'2", and this song makes me wish I was 5'10". This is Short King's anthem. It's technically a Black Bear song, but we all know it's a Tiny Meat Gang song.
I feel disrespected.
Through and through. The Tiny Meat Boys and Black Bear team up to rap and sing about what it's like
my
to
fellow
be
Short Kings. My fellow Short Kings. You gotta light this man up in the comments, please.
I know I'm a false prophet. I'm speaking the good word about Short King's anthem, even though I'm above 6 feet tall. However, I think that is what they intended. They intended to bring us all together through song, through a genuine bop, to actually talk about the song. It's a Tiny Meat Gang song, so it's a comedy kind of inspired song. The lyrics are really, really funny. The instrumental's good, and obviously Black Bear can sing. He's a genuine artist, so his hook is also fantastic. If you are weary about songs that have comedic elements to it, I would say give this one a try, especially with and another song that I have higher up on the list, because I think they do a really good job at bridging the gap between joke comedy songs and genuine good artistic statements.
Yeah, Noel Miller can rap.
He can.
Well done, though.
He can.
So we're gonna talk about my number 24 next, which is a song off of Lil Keed's album called Pull Up, featuring Lil Uzi and YNW Melly. This is another one where listening to it on the album, I just kind of got stopped in my tracks, but not for the same reason as Dearly Departed. I got stopped in my tracks because I wasn't looking at the feature list, and all of a sudden I heard Lil Uzi's voice. And I went, yo, was that Lil Uzi? And it was Lil Uzi, and I was excited.
Is that how you felt about Igor's theme? Or did you not realize
I didn't realize it was Uzi, because I was like, oh my god, that sounds so familiar, but it doesn't sound like Tyler. Who is it? And then I had to look it up after, and I was like, oh.
He's not a real stan.
No, I am.
Okay, so now we can talk about the song that Matt briefly alluded to earlier from number 24. It's My Dog Birthday. I don't know. This is just a genuinely happy song.
Yeah.
It's just a song. T-Pain, it was T-Pain's best friend's birthday, and he was like, yo, I got you. And he just hopped in the booth and just sang a nice birthday song to his friend about how they're just gonna go have a good time on his birthday night.
And it's so good.
It's really, really
it's
catchy.
So wholesome.
It's so wholesome. It's just
he recently had his birthday. I was just playing this all day.
We were playing it. Yeah, I sent this to you on your birthday last year. I'm pretty sure because it was out by then.
It was out by then.
Yes. I don't know what to say other than like, if you're not gonna listen to this at all, except for like certain instances, just play this on your friend's birthday. It's
so
upbeat and really fun, and you will enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about my number 23, which is a song off of GoldLink's album. GoldLink's album, Diaspora, by the way, you should listen to it. But this song is called You Say, features Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator brings a great feature to this song. And GoldLink is great on it as well. Check it out.
All right, 23 on mine. Another song that came out really, really early into 2019, but still managed to keep a high profile on my list, even though it had to survive a lot of months to get to the end. It is Kalani's song, Nights Like This, off of her album with Ty Dolla $ign. This song is so catchy.
Ty Dolla $ign has never missed a feature.
Ty Dolla $ign has never missed a feature, and she knows this, and Kalani delivers a beautiful, beautiful hook with a really, really catchy melody. The really soft instrumental in the background is nice too. Ty Dolla $ign has this really sick, I'm going to say a music word, arpeggio, that kind of ties his whole verse together really nicely into the Kalani hook. And I just think I've been listening to it nonstop for the whole year, which goes to show you I can listen to it. I've been listening to this whole year and I have not gotten sick of it yet.
Yeah. All right. My number 22, Brendan mentioned it earlier, is Hot by Young Thug and Gunna. This song is so good.
I
don't know why it's so low on my list. My order is incredibly questionable. I should have switched like a million things on this. I didn't want to.
We did a lot of last minute switching around, and some things are just bound to be kind of out of place.
But Hot by Young Thug and Gunna is so unbelievably good.
Would you say this is the hardest beat of 2019?
I might, honestly.
I would say that it is like this, or like, I mean, Suge is pretty up there too, I would say. But like Hot
is so good. And this is all even coming from a man that does not really like Gunna.
I do not like Gunna very much, no.
But Hot is so
to be
good.
fair, the Gunna part of Hot is not my favorite part of Hot. It is the Young Thug part where he goes, Score! It's where he makes the bird noise. This is the song that he makes the bird noise on.
It is. Yeah, Hot by Young Thug and Gunna, great song.
Oh no, we messed up the order again because I moved things down. Okay, well, my number 22, I don't even have to introduce it. We can introduce it when Matt goes up. It's Old Town Road.
Yep.
It's Old Town Road. We're going to talk about it in like 2 spots because I moved them down. I was going to plan on talking it together. But
yeah, it's fine.
Go on to, what's your number 21?
My number 21 is Want You in My Room by Carly Rae Jepsen. Carly Rae Jepsen's album this year, Dedicated, was great. You should listen to it. We love Carly Rae Jepsen.
We love Carly Rae Jepsen. LGBT ally Carly Rae Jepsen.
Yes.
Canadian songstress Carly Rae Jepsen.
We respect Carly Rae Jepsen in this household. If you do not, you can leave.
Her new album is fantastic. You should listen to it. But Want You in My Room is also very good.
Yes.
I just ran out of room to put more Carly Rae Jepsen songs.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so my number 21 song, unfortunately for Matt, is another song off of AJR's latest album, Neo Theater. He is not a very big fan of AJR.
No.
But this is a song rooted in nostalgia and the inability to move on. It is Don't Throw Out My Legos, a song about moving out, but not being able to let go of your past. It has a very catchy chorus. The instrumental is great. I watched them in concert, and they kind of explained a little bit about how they made it. And essentially, they made the instrumental for the song by sampling every other song on their album and making it into a beat, which I thought was pretty cool and unique. I have not seen at least very many people do that before. And I don't know, I just really, really vibe with this song. So that's why I put it up at least so high on my list.
Let's talk about Old Town Road. Our favorite version, the Young Thug and Mason Ramsey version.
Correct.
Because
he's our king.
Yes.
Mason Ramsey and Thug, honestly, both of them.
But Lil Nas X, Billy Ray Cyrus, Young Thug, Mason Ramsey.
But really, you can replace this with any version. I think all of the versions are good.
Yes.
Obviously, the most popular one is the one with just Billy Ray Cyrus and Nas X.
Yes.
Again, biggest charting Billboard song in history, right?
Yeah.
Most number ones.
Longest charting, yes.
Yes. It's the most number ones in a row.
Yes.
For good reason.
Yes.
The song is, I would say...
The song was everywhere.
Again, just like how he said with Suge, I think saying that the song popped off is so much disrespect.
Yeah.
Because it did so much more than pop off.
Yeah.
It became...
The actual story on this song is so good. From being removed from Billboard's country chart to turning into the longest charting #1 in history is so good.
Mm-hmm. Off of like a $15 beat or something that he bought.
Yeah, something like that.
I know, it's crazy. But again, this is one of the instances where we're not going to tell you to listen to Old Town Road. You have heard it.
You have.
We know this.
You're probably tired of it by this point.
I know. It was on Barack Obama's end of the year thing too.
It was.
Barry O is still bumping Old Town Road, and honestly, so are we. And we probably will be for many more years to come.
Yep. So let's talk about your number 20.
I have to open my phone because I forgot what my number 20 was.
It's Hobo Johnson.
It is. Is it not? Let me just 1 second. I'm sorry. I'm a bad podcast guy. Yes. So my number 20 is honestly one of the, I say this a lot, but one of the most beautiful songs that I have had the pleasure of listening to. It is the closing track to The Fall of Hobo Johnson, I Want a Dog. I have never, and I said this about some other songs before, but I have never seen an issue, a personal reflection, like a personal self-assessment, kind of simplified so much in a way that is so relatable and makes so much sense. I will probably talk about this more if we do a video about albums, but essentially the synopsis of the song: Hobo Johnson wants a dog. Then he realizes that once he wants a dog, he wants a wife and kids. Once he realizes he wants a wife and kids, he wants them to be perfect. Once he realizes he wants his wife and kids to be perfect, he wants things that are literally unobtainable, like being respected forever, as long as the world is alive. And it's just such a beautiful tale of just keeping things in check and realizing that no, you just want a dog. That's it. And I don't know, it's such a beautiful song. I'm running out of things to say about it because there's a lot of things to say about it.
Cool, let's talk about Rich Homie Quan.
Rich Homie Quan's back!
Yeah.
I forgot that. I was like, what? I was thinking about what song from Baby on Baby would you put on? And then I forgot there was a Rich Homie Quan song on that album.
Celebrate by DaBaby features Rich Homie Quan is a great song.
I have a question the viewers want to know that they don't actually want to know, but I'm going to pretend they want to know.
What do you got?
Are you a bigger Rich Homie Quan stan or a Lil Uzi stan?
Lil Uzi, but like, I love some Rich Homie Quan, if y'all have not noticed.
Isn't your favorite song of the decade Type of Way?
It is. It is that and Call Me Maybe.
Fair.
Yeah, so Celebrate by DaBaby has a great Rich Homie Quan feature. It's a great song on its own. Absolutely love it.
Yep.
And that is finally, I think, all the DaBaby on our list.
Yes, and this was, I believe, the first DaBaby song I listened to personally before SUGE. And it was great, and it's very catchy. It's a great feel-good song, again, Celebrate.
You know why it was the first DaBaby song you listened to? Because I went, Brendan, you gotta hear this Rich Homie Quan feature.
Yes, you did. All right. So, my number 19, again, big old rest in peace to the legend, Mac Miller. Unfortunately, we cannot talk about it. We are recording this after Circles has come out.
Yeah.
We both really, really like it, but we're obviously not going to talk about it because it did not come out in 2019.
Yes.
But Mac Miller did release a song during 2019.
Yes.
It was a collab project between him, 88 Keys, and Sia called That's Life. And it is a very, again, I'm going to say this a lot, very beautiful song that you can tell that Mac put a lot of emotion into when he was recording it, when he was with us still. And obviously the whole thing is tied together by the 88 Keys production, and Sia also comes out of nowhere and pops off with a beautiful vocal performance towards the end of the song as well. And I don't know, it's just a really good, humbling tune.
This is a great song. My number 18 is Walk in the Park by Jack Harlow. Jack Harlow is great. Y'all need to listen to Jack Harlow. Walk in the Park is a super catchy tune. Absolutely check it out.
Okay, going down to number 18, I have 2 words to say about this song.
TikTok.
I was actually going to go,
That too.
I just hit a lick with The Box by Roddy Ricch is my number 18 song. This was a last minute addition because it had come out so late into the year. I was kind of hesitant to put it on there because I didn't want recency bias to kind of be affecting me by it. But after now, The Box is a huge hit.
Yes.
It is I want to say it's getting to the SUGE level of being a hit.
It's about there almost.
It is. You have heard, again, you probably, if you've been on TikTok, you've heard this beat, the like door creaking kind of gig. It's that song. Yes. It is so good. Roddy Ricch has a beautiful voice. That man has a stunning voice.
I can't hear the word lazy and not think about this song.
Lazy. Yeah, you can't do that. It's so good.
It's great.
And I would, similar to another song that we'll talk about later on in the list that came out super late in the year, I would expect that and The Box to be huge in 2020 because obviously they just got a little bit of traction in 2019, but they're going to be huge singles, or not singles, they're going to be huge hits, and you're going to hear them all over the place in 2020.
Yep. And I get to talk about Tyler, the Creator, more.
Yes, you do.
My number 17 is I Think by Tyler, the Creator. This is one of my favorite songs on his album, Igor. Igor, if we do an albums video, I'm not sure if we are at this point, but if I do, I'm going to talk about it a lot because I absolutely love this album. I think it's great. For some reason, every time I hear I think of Infatuation off of...
It does sound like that a little bit.
The beat is like reminiscent of Infatuation from BROCKHAMPTON's mixtape All American Trash from a while ago. But this is a great song on its own. I absolutely love it.
All right. I believe this one's higher up on yours, right?
It is.
All right, so just going to mention it real quick. Phone Numbers by Dominic Fike and
Yes.
Kenny Beats. We're going to talk about later because Matt really likes that song.
Okay.
I also really like the song, but he likes it a bit more.
Yes. So that means I get to talk more about Baby Keem. Invented It.
I think his best song.
I think this is... It's either this or the other one that I have 2 spots higher. Invented It is an absolutely great song. It's so catchy. This hook is so good. If y'all haven't noticed, I really like Baby Keem. And this is a great one of his songs.
Well, same deal. Matt has this next song of mine a lot higher. We're still going to have to wait a little bit before we can talk about 100 Gex. But actually, we're going to talk about 100 Gex in the next spot.
Oh, yeah, because I have a different...
We have a different one. But I have Money Machine at my number 16, and now you can
I
into
have Ringtone. Ringtone is... okay, so intro to 100 Gex. Their album this year is the weirdest listening experience I think you will ever have on the album.
This is what I would say hard drugs would feel like.
Yeah.
Just in your mind.
This album... there aren't very many albums that just make me just laugh out loud mid-listen.
And not because it's comedy.
It's not like a comedy album or anything, but it's absolutely hilarious.
It's absurd.
And it's so out there. It's so off the wall. And also just makes you feel things too. It's weird.
Ringtone is it's a love song.
Yeah, Ringtone is the poppiest song on this album, and it's a great song.
I had it on my list. It is fantastic. Again, if it is probably their most, if you're not too sure about 100 Gex, I think that is probably their most normal.
Yeah, this is intro
song.
to 100.
None of their songs are normal at all.
No.
But
this, by any other standard, would be a weird pop song.
But for them, it's the most normal,
Yes.
run-of-the-mill pop song. But it's so experimental and weird.
Yes.
All right, Taylor Swift is my number 15 pick. Her best song on Lover, in my opinion, is Paper Rings. This song is very reminiscent of old school pop. It uses a lot of old synths and sounds. It has a very, very catchy hook. It really reminds me a lot of old Taylor. Not country Taylor, but old 1989 Red era Taylor in a good way, because I personally really like that era of Taylor, which is why I put Paper Rings so high on the list, because it is gosh darn catchy.
All right, and we got more Baby Keem. Rockstar P by Baby Keem is my favorite of his off of his album More Things, that I'm not going to say on our G-rated podcast. But
Die for My Friends.
Yes. Baby Keem's album is great. This is a great song on that album. Again, that man can make a hook. Rockstar P's hook is phenomenal. Absolutely worth a listen.
All right, we're going to skip at number 14 as well because it's higher up on Matt's,
Yes.
but very big hit off of Brockhampton's album, Boy Bye. It's
Yes.
my number 14.
All right, so my number 13 is from the very beginning of this year. 2 Chainz dropped an album this year, and it was great. 2 Chainz album this year was really, really good. If you missed it, you should go back and listen to it. But the best song on that album is NCAA. And I want to say for the record, 2 Chainz had Kendrick Lamar and an Ariana Grande feature on this album, and the best song on this album does not have either one of them on it. NCAA is that good. This song is so nuts. I absolutely love it. Whose beat is this? Now I'm forgetting who the beat is. This beat builds so well at the beginning of this song. I forget whose beat it is. I'm gonna look it up now. But
all right. Well, while you do that, I will talk about my number 13, which was also higher up on Matt's list, off of Ariana Grande's fantastic album "Thank You Next." Unfortunately, including "Thank You Next" or "Imagine," which I also think are better songs, but they were technically came out of the year previous.
they did.
But the best deep cut on Ariana Grande's album is "NASA." Honestly, I think "NASA" is the best song on there, and it's really, really good.
NASA's great.
NASA has a very, as you can tell by the name, has a very spacious beat.
Yes.
It's super kind of extraterrestrial in that sense. The vocals are fantastic. It has a very, very catchy hook. Whose beat is it?
It's Honorable C Note.
Okay, cool.
I just had to know that.
But yes, NASA is a biggity bitty bop.
Yeah,
on
NASA is great.
Ariana Grande's new album.
Yes.
Which is fantastic.
Also, listen to this song in DC at the National Air and Space Museum. That's a good time.
Was that like a conscious choice?
Yeah, conscious choice.
Were they playing it or were you playing it?
I was playing.
Okay.
Because I wanted to listen. All right. My number 12 song is "Rotten" by Jack Harlow. This is my favorite
This
song
is
on
really,
Jack Harlow's
really good.
album.
I wish I put this on my list.
This is so good. I talk a lot about, like when I talk about my favorite songs, I talk about what my favorite hooks are, and Rotten's hook is so good. This is such a, I'm running out of words. I just keep saying good. You gotta listen to this song.
I named one of the roles in my Discord server after this song.
As you should.
Georgia Peach.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like Bowser.
You got a Georgia Peach just like Bowser.
Exactly. Jack Harlow is, I think, really, really underrated and good.
Yes.
I imagine that you have stronger opinions about that than I do.
Just
but
about.
I think the kid is very talented.
Absolutely.
All right. What are we on? 12? 12?
12. Let's just dive in.
Dive into 12.
Buckle up. Here, get your...
This is also a TikTok song. You might have heard this on TikTok. If you're familiar with Kenny Beats' The Cave show on YouTube, which is a fantastic show that I would definitely recommend you check out. I should have mentioned that when I got to the TJ song, but I would definitely recommend checking out Kenny Beats' The Cave because this is where this song originated from.
Yes.
Comedian Zach Fox went on the show, a show about rappers.
Yes.
Zach Fox is not a rapper. He is now, but he was not then, really. And they thought it'd be funny to just get him in the booth and freestyle. And he came out with solid gold. This is Jesus is the One, I Got Depression by Zach Fox and Kenny Beats.
There are so many quotables in this freestyle. It's unbelievable.
This is like, and again, if comedy in songs are not your thing, I would beg you to give this song it's not very long, it's like a minute and some change.
Yeah.
I would beg you to give this song a shot. I have never laughed harder at something in my life
It's
than
so
this
unbelievable.
song. Zach Fox knows how to entertain. He knows how to write, obviously.
Absolutely hilarious.
Something, sticking your thing in a bag of Doritos, dipping your balls in Thousand Island dressing.
Yes.
Michelle Obama. That's not on this song, actually. Never
No,
mind.
that one's a different song.
But Zach Fox, I think, genuinely, through this song, will blow up into being a mainstream rapper.
I would love to see it.
Like, I think he will be a double XL freshman. I think that he will be, like, more than just a meme rapper. That was, like, by the way, free Zach Fox. He's not in jail. He's just banned on Twitter.
Yes. Same thing. All right.
You're up.
My number 11.
You're up.
Mavi's new album. If you like Earl Sweatshirt, you will probably like Mavi. My favorite song on that album is Self Love. Self Love by Mavi is a great song. You don't hear a lot of rappers take stances that are just like genuinely feminist, and this one is, and it's great, and it's a great song. It's I don't know if the line is in this song, but he has something on his album that what kind of songs do you make? The kind you gotta read later. He's phenomenal.
This is one of the few songs on my list I have not gotten around to listening to yet, so I definitely need to do that, and so should you.
Yes.
We're also gonna skip my number 11 because it is very high up on Matt's list.
Yes,
Even though
it is.
we're entering the top 10, but like it's still pretty high up on Matt's list. This is Brockhampton Sugar.
Yep.
So we're gonna talk about that a bit later as well. And now we're entering the top 10.
Yes, we are.
So these are our top 10 songs of the year.
10 favorite songs of the year. My number 10 is Bad 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 by Young Thug and Lil Baby. Young Thug, y'all.
Young Thug still got it.
Yeah.
No one ever questioned that he didn't still have it. We're just reaffirming the fact that he still has it.
Bad 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 is so good. Like, Lil Baby, he's cool.
Take him, leave him, yeah.
But Young Thug on this song is great. Like, this is my favorite Young Thug I heard all year. This is my favorite Young Thug I've heard in a while. It's very good.
Yeah. All right. Well, we kind of went from Jesus is the One I Got Depression and a little bit more comedy, meme, music. However, I think that this song, out of any song, bridges the gap between comedy and like actual mainstream music more than any song I've heard in at least a while. Because like Jesus is the One I Got Depression, very silly. It's very obviously a joke.
Yes.
Short King's Anthem, it's a bit less so, but like you can obviously tell it's a
still
joke.
jokes.
It's based off a running gag.
Yes.
Walkman by Tiny Meat Gang is not really that much of a joke song. It's just they just decided to make a real song.
Yeah, if they just came out with this one, it would basically be just a song with a lot of punchlines.
This is a song that I think, not to say that anyone else could do it, but I think anyone else could do it and still get, because like if anyone else came out with like Short King's Anthem, no one would really get it.
Yeah.
Because that's the Tiny Meat Gang has like that whole inside joke of being a short
bit.
king. That's their bit. But Walkman is just genuinely a good song. It has did Spock produce this one or did Diamond Pistols produce this one? I think Diamond Pistols.
I think this is Diamond Pistol.
Whichever one of them did, they're both fantastic producers. They nailed the beat. Noel Miller can rap.
Yeah.
Cody can sing. I think.
Cody, I'm sorry. Noel's great.
No, I'm not saying Cody can rap.
Sorry, Cody.
But Noel has a silky smooth voice for rapping. Like a silky smooth voice. Cody with autotune can sing. And also
Noel's great.
they're both comedians, so they can clearly write. They have the capabilities to write a good song.
Yeah.
And I think it all comes together in Walkman into a song, because Tiny Meat Gang has always been the group that is essentially making good music that also, alongside, we don't have any songs of his on the list, but also with Young Gravy, some kind of like a mainstream, don't give me that face.
I'm gonna continue to give him that face, but sure.
They're similar. They're making good, like respectable music that just happens to be funny, is what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah, sure. I can't completely disagree with that.
Exactly. You want to talk about Futsal Shuffle?
Let's talk about Lil Uzi, baby.
Both of his number 9 and my number 9 are both Futsal Shuffle.
Yes.
We did this on purpose,
So,
so we're gonna talk about it.
Eternal Take better freaking come out soon. But Futsal Shuffle is the lead single from that. Uzi is teasing it, and he's like, you know what? I'm gonna make my own dance craze. Let's do it. If I knew how to do it, I would. I just really don't.
When's the last time that you heard a super mainstream EDM inspired rap song?
Not recently, but Uzi did it because Uzi can do that. Because Futsal Shuffle is so good. This beat is, it's electronic. It is
unlike
weird.
It is unlike anything I've ever heard before.
Again, on brand. This is a weird song, and I am so freaking here for it.
It's also a TikTok song, I think, right?
Yeah, but like more of on the dance side of it.
Well,
right?
yeah, like it's like Say So. It's more on the dance side.
Yes.
Yeah. But yes, it also has it samples that Nardwuar bit, right?
Yeah.
Which is really, really funny.
And I think it also samples Tyler.
It does.
Yeah. Tyler screaming to sing.
Yeah. And then you kind of mentioned everything about the song, but I think the thing that separates the song from most other songs is the beat. It's the EDM beat that Lil Uzi raps over.
Yes.
Which is unprecedented, honestly, and it's really, really
Uzi's
good.
So good.
This is another one. This is the one I was hinting to when I was talking about the box. This song it's called Futsal Shuffle 2020 for a reason. It's going to explode even more in 2020
Yes,
than
it is.
it already has.
Yes.
All right.
But my number 8, is also Lil Uzi, baby. Let's go. Sanguine Paradise.
Back to back.
I'm probably peaking our audio. I don't
It's
care.
fine. Back to back.
Sanguine Paradise. Sanguine Paradise is a song that was initially a Lil Uzi leak. He officially released it on Spotify. The song is so good. We be throwing money in a spiral.
Yeah. The quicker than a Vine line always gets me.
Yeah.
I just made 100K. It was quicker than a Vine.
That's 6 seconds.
That's six and a half seconds.
Fast. Yeah, no, Lil Uzi's great. I love Sanguine Paradise. I love everything this man does. I
will say, I was a Lil Uzi in our last video 2 years ago. I was a Lil Uzi hater. I will say it. I will admit. I have learned from my
frankly
mistakes.
Disrespectful.
I really enjoy Sanguine Paradise. I mean, I like Futsal Shuffle a bit more, but I really enjoy Sanguine Paradise. I honestly, Slayer also, the one you mentioned.
Yes.
Lil Uzi is a great artist. I will say it.
All right, now we get to hear your number 8.
Yes. Sorry, unlock my phone.
It's Charli XCX and Lizzo.
It is Charli XCX. Charli Baby. Similar to 100 Gex, if I'm being serious. Charli has been taking a very futuristic approach to pop music in the past couple of albums or EPs that she's done. Her newest full-length album, Charli, is really, really experimental and weird in a pop craze sort of way. And I think Blame It On Your Love is the catchiest tune off of the album. It was actually on her 2018 album Pop 2, but it was not. It was, she had track 10 at the very end as the closing track, and it was a really freaky, like sort of radio staticky kind of song. And then at the very end, you heard a snippet of the chorus of "I'll blame it on your love," and then she made that into a full song and put Lizzo on it, and it is really good. The chorus, very catchy. When I listened to it, it was stuck in my head for a week and a half straight. I listened to nothing else. And the Lizzo feature, while short, is really, 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 it packs a punch. I ain't trying to catch or I'm trying to make a million. I'm trying to catch feelings. That is felt by people everywhere, and it's Charli is, I think, paving the way for pop music in the future, and I will not be ashamed to say that.
All right. My number 7 is one that Brendan mentioned earlier. It is Boy Bye by Brockhampton. This is it's not my highest song from Ginger on this list.
No, that would be Sugar. We already mentioned that, yeah.
Yes, but Boy Bye is great. I think it's the more, like, I don't want to say poppy, it's the more like upbeat.
It's very up-tempo. It's the pick-me-up in between Sugar and...
Dearly Departed.
Well, technically...
but...
Heaven Belongs to You comes after Boy Bye.
Right. Yes. Yeah, Boy Bye is great. Kevin is great.
Also,
Dominic is great.
This is the third single they released from Ginger after they released 2 singles in which Matt Champion does not get a full verse. He just gets 4 stacks. And then they let Matt Champion rap twice on this song. And he proved, he said, remember when you didn't put me on Iridescence very much at all? Yeah, I can still rap.
Yeah. Matt Champion, if you're listening, I love you.
Can we come on stage next time when you come to Detroit?
Yeah. So we went to the Brockhampton concert. They were pulling people on stage, and frankly, I'm offended they didn't pick me. Does Kevin Abstract not think I'm cute?
I think it was because we were very far away in the balcony.
I don't care. I'm offended.
But yes, Boy Bye is very, very fantastic. It features verses from everybody, does it not? It has Dom, it has Matt, it has Merlin, it has Bareface.
Might not have Joba.
Joba has like the one ooh, ooh, ooh at the very end, but yeah. We'll count it. Sweet. Boy Bye is a fantastic song in the Brockhampton discography.
Yes.
Number 7, again, I tried to look at this list objectively. I realized that this song has come out super early in the year and has been beaten to death. It has been played to absolute death, but I wanted to try to think of the feelings I had when I first listened to this song on When We All Fall Asleep, Where Do We Go by Billie Eilish. It's Bad Guy.
Yes.
Similar to Old Town Road, we do not have to tell you about Bad Guy. You have listened to Bad Guy before.
Yes.
But just when I was trying to remember the feelings I first had when I listened to the song on the album, I thought this was the best song by a mile, and there's a good reason as to why it blew up, because it is, I think, the best song on that album by a mile. It has such a lo-fi hum beat. The lyrics are really, really good. I'm the bad guy. Duh.
Yeah.
Lots of tension built in release that I think works really, really well. There's a reason why it was. There's a reason why it was a hit.
Yes.
And I tried. That's why it's so high up. I realized that if I was to rank it like right now, or I'm sure a lot of you would rank it right now, you'd probably either not include it on the list at all or put it farther down. But I tried to look as objectively as possible about it because I realized it has been beaten to death.
Yes. So, my number 6 song is more by Cash and Young Skirt. So, Spice Rack by Cash and Young Skirt. Cash came out with a full project earlier this year. It's called Sad Summer. The project is pretty good. This song is great. Spice Rack is phenomenal. Young Skirt's production. Young Skirt is a producer. He does songs here and there. I don't think he has anything very huge, but I absolutely love Young Skirt's production. It's almost Geck-like, this song is.
You can tell it's inspired by 100 Gex
Yes.
at least at the very end.
Yes, and Cash and Young Skirt are such a good combo. Like, if you're watching, you should just put a full album together, you two, because I will listen intently.
I want the free album back. Health insurance was a bop. Okay, so we could talk about this one together.
Yes.
So my number 6 and his number 5 are the same song. It is Earthquake by Tyler, the Creator.
Yes.
Again, this is probably the most popular song on Igor.
It is.
Again, for great reason.
For great reason.
Beautiful vocals.
So, Tyler, the Creator is great on this song. But let's talk about Playboi Carti.
Playboi Carti comes out with the full baby voice?
Yes. Oh, okay, so for those of you that don't know, he did this full baby voice on Almeida from Solange's album before this. And I was listening through to Solange's album, and I went, what is that? That sounds so familiar. And it's Playboi Carti, which I thought was weird on Solange's album. But I was like, you know what? It's great. I don't care. It was weird to see it. It doesn't actually sound weird. It's phenomenal. But I was prepared when I heard Lil Uzi's pitched up vocals rapping on Earthquake. All of a sudden, it was like, it's this again, and I was so excited. Earthquake is great. Yeah, and again, this is one that you've probably already heard. If you haven't, you should for sure go listen to it. It's great.
There is a reason why it was as big as it was, and also a reason why it is so high on both of our lists.
Yes.
Okay, so that means it's my turn then again?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so my number 5, I cheated. I apologize. I'll admit it. The song did not come out in 2019. It came out at the very tail end of 2018 as a single. However, it was included on Carly Rae Jepsen's album, which did come out in 2019.
And as we've previously stated, we respect Carly Rae Jepsen in this household.
This is my video. This is my list. I can do what I want.
Yes.
Come at me. The song I chose for my number 5 spot, my 5th best song of 2019, Party for One, which is the technical bonus track, or one of the bonus tracks at the end of Carly Rae Jepsen's Dedicated.
Yes.
This is, as soon as I heard it, I knew this was my favorite song on the album. Super catchy, very fun, energetic. Carly Rae doing her thing. Yeah. Singing, I almost said rapping, Carly Rae. She should do it.
I would love to hear it.
But singing about, topics that she knows best.
Yeah.
Which is heartbreak and boys.
Love Carly Rae.
Love it.
All right. Let's talk about 100 Gex more.
Yes. Right. Oh, we can talk about 200 Gex songs in a row.
200 Gex songs. Okay.
You go first.
My number 4 is Money Machine by 100 Gex. I think Dom from Brockhampton tweeted a while ago.
I was just about to say.
I would love to be a fly in the wall when 100 Gex was making Money Machine, and man, is that true. The intro to this song, I've never heard anything like it.
I cannot believe that a human mind conceptualized this song.
It doesn't seem real.
You feel like you're out of your body when you're listening to the song in a fantastic way.
Yeah, I don't know how this song exists, but it sure does.
And it's really good.
It's so good.
I would like to talk more about kind of the specifics about this 100 Gex song. However, I just physically cannot explain it. You have to I beg of you, listen to Money Machine.
Listen to Money Machine.
I don't care. You're probably not gonna like it. I guarantee you're probably not gonna like it. But it is an experience.
Listen twice.
It is an experience that I think you need to have because it's just so weird
and it's so good.
Yeah.
Well, let's talk about the other 100 Gex song.
And then the other 100 Gex song, personally my favorite song off the album, Stupid Horse. which is ska.
Again, this is a weird album.
It's what wave of ska are we on now? 5th? 6th?
I don't know.
8th?
I don't know. I just know that this song goes hard.
It's another wave of ska. It is a really, really funny song, just about betting on the horses.
And the stupid horse didn't win.
It's so upbeat and in your face and fast. Gex's vocals are pitched up in a way that makes it so energetic and so high. It just so high energy, and I don't. It's
The switch from the scatterbrained all over the place to when it finally hits its groove and we get chorus, hook, whatever you want to call it.
Yes, at the
so
like,
good.
The very end run right before the chorus, when the guitar is just, there's a guitar solo when it's wailing on the guitar and the tension is just building and building and building until they finally unleash into that final chorus, is a beautiful moment.
It's so good
in a song that did not need a moment like that, but it got it anyway.
But it does,
and it makes it so much better. That's our 100 Gex for you.
Yes.
I was gonna wear my 100 Gex shirt, but I had to rep the Pokemon Cipher, so I would recommend listening to 1000 Gex is the album name.
Yes. Now let's talk about my number 3, a song that we mentioned earlier, "Sugar" by BROCKHAMPTON. Sugar is it. If you have heard "Bleach" by BROCKHAMPTON, it's reminiscent.
It is.
It's
in the same alley, same vein.
It's so unbelievably good. It's one where it's like listening to it. It's like, this feels like a spiritual moment now, and I don't know why.
I do think this song sounds like it would be. I mean, I think it does play on the radio now, but it sounds like it would be one of those massive radio hits in like the early 2010s, or like maybe the late 2000s, in that around that era.
This song is great.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about your number 3.
My number 3. I have mentioned a couple of times on this list that some of these songs that I have been talking about are very fun to listen to, but this one takes the absolute cake. It is Wells Fargo, an interlude from Revenge of the Dreamers 3, which is the Dreamville album, headed by J. Cole.
Yes.
Also, like some popular names like EARTHGANG, JID, Buddy, all on that label as well.
Yes.
Which is wild because an interlude should have no business placing as high up as it does on this list, but it does.
Man, this is good.
The intro, it's the intro, maybe 20 seconds is like a little intro skit kind of, and then where it's just these guys just messing around in the booth like, "My lord, please, can you hand me the bazooka?" It's so just out there.
And then the song's great.
And then they go off.
Yeah.
They go off. The hook of "Grab My Gun, I'm about to rob a Wells Fargo." It's
so hard.
So hard. I listen to this song nonstop. Like, actually, I've said that before and I've been exaggerating about it, but this, I'm not exaggerating. I listened to this song when I first heard it because I was listening through the album, and the album was good. I had no qualms with the album, but it was like, kind of like laid back, and kind of Dreamville is more of like, they're not really too much of a banger-focused hard trap group. They're more of kind of like chill, lyrical-focused hip-hop.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of vibing with it, but I was like, man, this needs a little bit more excitement. And Wells Fargo delivers on the excitement tenfold. It's so good. Even like just listen to the intro skit if you don't have time, because the whole exchange between the 4 guys, I believe the 4 guys on the song are JID, Buddy, one of the EARTHGANG guys, I can't remember which one, and Guapdad 4000.
Yeah. Just
their chemistry because they're all staying next to each other, I presume, in the booth recording this together. Their chemistry together is beautiful to behold.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, what's your number 2? Your second favorite song?
My number 2 is a song that you have mentioned already. Is "Phone Numbers" by Dominic Fike and Kenny Beats. This was on repeat for me all summer.
This boy is about to be massive.
Yeah.
Dominic Fike, that is.
Yeah.
And Kenny, but mostly Dominic Fike. That man is going to... He's going to be a superstar.
Yeah, Dominic Fike is so good. It's poppy. It's a little rappy, but like mostly poppy, and Man, Dom McFike is absolutely phenomenal on this song. The Kenny Beats production is great. He put a Whoa Kenny on a pop song. That's great. Love that.
Yeah, it's really fun listening to like a nice chill pop tune, and then you hear "Whoa Kenny."
Yeah, this is a great song.
All right, and so my number 2, it felt very fitting to put a song like this at my number 2 spot. The opening track off of one of my favorite albums of the year, AJR's Neo Theater. Do your bit, whatever you want to do. This is the opening track to Neo Theater. Next Up Forever. I felt fitting to put this at number 2 because it is next up forever, essentially. This is the opening track to a very, very cohesive, beautiful album by AJR. The opening 20-30 seconds or so is a very nice, like, church choir-esque performance with some very nice, like, orchestra music in the background. And it builds up, and it builds up, and it builds up, and it builds up, and then it just drops into not like a hip-hop beat because they're a pop group, but like this really hard instrumental that they kind of just sing their hearts out on, and talk about how it's a song, again, about, similar to Finale, it has a lot of the same themes, a lot of the same topics they talk about, just in the context of being the beginning of the journey of the album rather than Finale kind of wrapping everything up. And I would say that the chorus for this song is, again, fantastic. I don't mean to self-insert, but obviously being someone who does make content, being someone who does work on a lot of creative projects, this album really does kind of say a lot of what I'm thinking. And that's why I really do like it. I know a lot of people are not the biggest AJR fans, and that's not even saying you.
Yeah, just
in
people
general.
in general. Also me, but people in general.
But I personally don't care, and I personally would very highly recommend AJR as a nice pop group if you are in need of one of those to listen to right now.
So we have made it to number 1 song.
This is our number 1 spot.
Okay, so my number 1 song, I've talked about Tyler, the Creator's album a lot, and I'm going to talk about it one more time. A Boy Is a Gun by Tyler, the Creator is great. Understandably, it's not the largest song on the album, that's Earthquake, but A Boy Is a Gun has such phenomenal production, lyrical content. The album is a breakup album. This song really does it. Tyler, the Creator, is absolutely in his element. He has found his stride, and I think a lot about a Tyler, the Creator tweet from like a couple of years ago when he was actually coming out with Flower Boy, and I think he tweeted something along the lines of make time for this album, just sit down and listen for like a half hour or for an hour, however long it was. And I do that with A Boy Is a Gun so often. Just having a moment with this song is phenomenal.
All right, and that's Matt's list. One more song left on mine. Coincidentally, also my favorite song from my favorite album.
Yes.
That came out this year in kind of a similar vein as well.
Yep.
Not necessarily a breakup album, but pretty darn close.
Yeah.
From Hobo Johnson's The Fall of Hobo Johnson. I did not expect to, because when I went into 2019, never heard of the guy. I did not expect to be as enamored with his musical project as I have been, and my favorite song on his album, and I think his best song, is Mover Aware. This song is nothing short of a fantastic, beautiful piece of art that really talks about love and love not working out in the way that you expected it to because of situations that may or may not be your fault. You're not sure. If you did not know, Hobo Johnson is not necessarily a cookie-cutter pop or indie singer. He kind of merges all kinds of genres, like folk, like hip-hop, like spoken word, in a lot of his, not so much on this album, but in the past, a lot of spoken word. And he kind of just uses his music as an outlet to get out a lot of thoughts and feelings, and it is relatable. It is very relatable.
This man has angst.
Not just to me personally, like not like that it fits into like my life perfectly, because it definitely doesn't. But just the way the charisma that he establishes when he sings, The way he talks about topics that are hard to vocalize yourself, I think really do well. And Move Her Aware is the perfect example. I personally, because he changes the lyrics a lot, whether it be a live version or a studio version. I personally like the live version better just because of some of the lyrics that he chooses to include. But the nice, like, simple piano, he has a band with him as well, the Lovemakers, and they provide backup vocals that I think are really, really powerful. The "give me a break" after every line of the hook is phenomenal. The hook itself is not only lighthearted and funny, but still very emotionally sound, and from like you can tell it's from a very sensitive place of the hook being you make my Mondays feel like Fridays, you make my Ruby Tuesdays taste like Benihana's. And overall, it's such a good song. This song did not come out very early in the year. It came out very late. It came out, I believe, in October is when the album came out. And I think out of all the songs on this, I've listened to it the most in a span of 3 months. And some of these songs have been out since over a year.
Yes. From
where I'm recording this right now. I don't really have. If we do talk about albums, which I think we might.
We might.
I will go into full depth about how much I love this album and everything. But that was just a little taste of why I love this song so much. It is well worth your time if you have it to give to this guy, and I don't think you'll be disappointed, because I know I sure was not. And with that,
we made it.
That is our 50 top songs, or 50 favorite songs of 2019, plus a couple of honorable mentions in there. Thank you for doing this. We have been trying to do this for over a month now.
Yep.
And we just have never been able to get time to get in the studio and record it, because this is not obviously our studio. This is not our place of living. Have you guys liked or wanted to check out any of the songs that we talked about in this episode? There's a Spotify playlist in the description. Unfortunately, both of us use Spotify, so making an Apple Music one I think is impossible unless we want to pay for it.
Yeah, and I just don't
want to do that. So if you use Spotify, there'll be a playlist for you in the description. If you use like YouTube or something, you can search up the songs that we talk about. They're all on YouTube, no problem.
Yes.
If you are interested, we will be doing a special video talking about our favorite albums of the year as well. We just did songs today, but we're going to be doing albums as well. That will be available only for people who are subscribed to my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Persified, or our patrons on my Patreon page, which is patreon.com/Persified. Because I have been planning, or I've been promising to give them a lot of exclusive, or not a lot, but some exclusive videos, and I've been kind of lacking in that area. So I feel like this is a good way to do it. If you are interested in hearing us talk about our favorite albums of the year, which will include things such as Igor, The Fall of Hobo Johnson, Carly Rae Jepsen's Dedicated Brockhampton, and of course some other surprises and things that we didn't even get a chance to mention on this list.
So sub to this man's Twitch. It's going to be on that grind.
I would say that. Make sure that you do that if you're interested, as well as, Matt, if you'd like to plug any.
Yeah, follow me on Twitter, at MTSchmucker, which is my name. Yep. Hit me up. I do photos, so I tweet a lot of photos.
Awesome.
So,
and you can obviously, this is my channel, so if you are new, subscribing would be super cool. I would love to see you here. And leaving a like and commenting as well. We talked about a lot of songs, but obviously we are but two men. Yes. And we have very similar tastes in music, so a lot of things outside of our wheelhouse we did not listen to. If there's something that you think that we missed and we should definitely check out, we definitely will love to do that. Obviously, this was a list full of our own opinions based on our limited experience listening to music, since it's just something that we do in our free time. It's not like a job or anything. No. So we've definitely missed a lot of songs that I'm sure are fantastic that we just didn't have a chance to listen to. So if there are any, just tell us, and we will, of course, add it to the rotation and check it out at some point. And also, you can follow me on Twitter as well. It's twitter.com/Persified. Same name as the channel. Some is Instagram, Brendan Prizzy. Also follow me there if you want. And yeah, if you guys want something like this, because as you can see, we have access to a whole studio now.
Yeah.
Not as readily as probably we should, but if you want,
if you like these kinds of videos, let us know. If you like it, but you're like, wow, this was really long, let us know that also, because we can do these shorter.
I don't even know how long we've been going, but
A minute at this point.
yeah. If you want to see more things like this, where we kind of sit at a table and talk, whether it be about music or it be about anything else,
yeah. We
have the tools to do
content.
this. We have the tools to do this now. So let us know if that is something that you were interested in seeing in the future. But I guess other than that, that will be it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. If you stuck all the way to the end, you are a fantastic person, and you have just been recommended a bunch of cool, crazy songs that hopefully you get a kick out of a couple of them for. So thank you for watching. I will hopefully see you guys soon in the future, some more content. Keep an eye out for that. And anything else you want to say to the people before we leave?
I'll pop it back in on this channel more. I'll be on his Twitch in the background.
He says that as if I agreed to having that happen. I'm not.
Not voluntary.
You'll see him around. If you watch my Twitch streams, we're roommates. You'll see him around. But yeah, we'll see you guys later.
See you.
Thank you for watching. Stay awesome. Drive safe. Take care.
Let's go get dinner.